Yo, what
Yeah.
up?
Yep.
Chilling.
What up? What up?
Bro, how did you do that in 3 laps, bro?
I did TCR last year, so I was kind of familiar with it. And I'm telling you, as you maybe do a bit more laps than like other cars and whatnot, dude, there's a rhythm to the Nord. And when you drive enough laps and you do like a 24-hour race and you do that many laps and do that much practice and so on,
Yeah,
there's just a rhythm to it that you'll feel.
got you.
It feels the same in every car. The thing just might be like a little bit different here and there, but like everything just feels the same to me.
Yeah,
I feel like there's like some slight things you're gonna be doing differently, but like overall, I feel um like I feel that like it drives just like a TCR, in terms of the general things in it. So settings.
yeah, I'm struggling, bro. Like, I was happy to just get through like 2 consecutive laps without off tracks, and I still don't know how to do the carousel, man. Like,
Yeah.
I was racing with AI, and they would pull a half second on me right there. Just, I haven't had time to like kind
Yeah. If I could try to set this up. I'm super curious because fucking iRacing just allowed so with the new Fanatec, enable wheel FPS as expects main volume 0. Okay, cool. Um I'm super curious to see how this fucking goes. All right. So if I can with Fanatec and this like see it, the Club Sport DD that I have, it's the only one in the Fanatec range, the DD and the DD Plus, that allows because of Fanatec's stuff that they did, and it was the first one. This is the first time that it's ever been integrated, where the wheel is essentially so tight that it can vibrate the motor at a frequency while still giving you force feedback. Okay,
of.
that like bass shakers,
Yeah.
how they like vibrate. So essentially, it will do that in your wheel.
Okay.
Um, so it should be able to give me some more detail, and I'm very curious to see what that feels like.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel left.
But yeah, technically, by the way, technically we got a P2 in that 24 hours that we did in the TCRs.
Oh wow.
Um, technically we got a P2. We officially got a P2. There's no doubt about that. But whatchamacallit, but yeah, like, but there's only like 5 cars that signed up, which is enough to technically get an official like class. But it was like 5 cars, and then like there was only 2 cars that finished, and we were just the other car. So we all have a certificate saying that we officially got a P2, and like one of the higher splits too, because at the time all the higher splits were doing the multi-class, and like all the low splits were technically just do like GT3 cars basically because of how much it was. And so technically we got a high split and a podium.
Yeah.
Dude, you have no idea what it's like to fucking do this for 24 hours. Endurance racing is one thing, dude. I'll tell you one thing about fucking the Nords is like that's a different level of endurance racing, dude. It's like because there's so many corners that you have to remember how to attack, and like how your tires get affected through a stint and the fuel and passing by people that you don't normally do because it's multi-class. It's like you have to be fully engaged. I feel like there's no like taking the reins off, like, or just slowing down, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta think of like as whatchamacallit, it's like in a track with like 17 corners, which is like the IR. In a 24-hour race, you know, you do hundreds of laps. So you've done those corners hundreds of times. At the Nords, you do it like 6. Like a whole. Like, you do it 6 times a stint. And then the weather's changed, and then the track's different. Yeah. The TCRs are brutal, though. Because fucking, like, GT3s, dude, their stint lengths are, like, an hour long. So sometimes, a lot of people do, like, a double stint and whatnot. You do 2 hours or something like that. But the, and then sometimes it's like people would just trade off single stints. It's just that, like, kind of intensive. And then, but, like, the TCRs, they're, like, an hour and a half stints by themselves. Like, that's how long they can go on a full fuel tank. They can go like an hour and a half around this track, just because the efficiency of their 4 cylinders. We might be. Because I know Thomas said he wasn't going to, and then, what's his name? Said he wasn't either. The milkman. Sorry, people can still join now.
Yeah.
Oh, it turned it off. That's probably why I can't.
HKS, man.
Oh, yeah. What?
Just all over the place. Like,
Yeah, when the tires are cold, definitely like that first lap is not quite as gripped up as the second lap will be. Or like the out lap, I should say. I'm really curious to see too, because I was looking at your data. It looked like the fucking Civic like almost
You've
had
got about
top
5
end.
laps of fuel.
I wasn't quite sure because it just looked like you kind of would fall off on the back straight by like 5 kph. So it was very interesting. I don't know if that just means that you like corner a bit better through like the rest of the track. We'll see. You're on a slightly different setup too, so. draft is crazy in these
Yeah,
things.
I'm seeing it.
Well, at least around here when you don't have like, you got like nothing in terms of like, you're just at the mercy of 3,000 pounds and 300 horsepower.
Yeah.
So it's only so much you can do. No.
Yo.
Shit. 5 tenths, 4 or 5 tenths right there.
Yeah. There's some places, dude, you can lose a lot of time not realizing it.
Are you guys already doing the race?
No, we're in quali right now, so.
Nah, shit. Can I join?
Yeah. You can join while we're still in quali. Should be able to still get at least one lap in. We're only like 5 minutes in, so.
Let me see if my game's updated.
Yeah, if that's not. Yeah. You should be able to just do like the required updates there.
I was in a race the other day with
Nice.
someone who was 6,000 I rating, and I got
Yep.
third.
Nice.
It's like sensational. Alright, I'm gonna go switch up my computer.
Also, be very aware of that slowdown right there. I don't know if you've gotten it yet. If you like
Yeah.
cut that curb there, it's fucking brutal. And you just drive on top of the curb and it's just like, slow down. I'm like, that's such bullshit. But okay.
Ah! Did it again.
Trust me, I've done so many shenanigans going through there. There's been a couple times I've actually in GT3 spun out trying to get into that carousel. Yeah, see, I don't know if it's just draft or what. You seem to be catching me quite significantly on the straights there. I'll make sure not to invalidate the lap. No, I think you do have a top speed advantage. Yeah, I straight up like lose to you on the straights there.
It ain't gonna matter.
I can if I'm not gonna, I'm gonna struggle to fucking. I gotta stay in front. That means it's just gonna make it an easy pass if I mess up. Always count on the carousel to get me some distance. It can be a little sketchy sometimes, but I love the way this car like rotates.
Yeah.
Or the TCRs, I think in general, because it, like you kind of just the gas grips up the rear, so you can kind of throw it in, really kind of get the car to rotate, and then kind of gas it out.
This is all I got. I don't think I've ever concentrated this long, bro. Like this is there's still a couple corners where I'm like I'm not sure what's coming.
Yep.
It's better. Like I can do a lap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's also why. Whew. 23.8. It's literally a second faster than I've already gone. Yellow.
I finally logged in.
Nice.
Who's this?
Stripod. Or Bolt.
Too deep in miss hit miss there.
It's almost done updating.
Let's see. Yeah, you got like a minute or so. I think you just have a minute to at least register this, so like, I think you'll be alright. I was going faster, Kenny. I fucked up that one though. Wow. Shoo!
I'll tell you what, practicing for this changed my thoughts on these cars. They're actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
I have amazing news.
What you got? Still
It's updated.
updating?
It's done.
Nice. Hurry, you gotta hurry up and join.
Yeah.
How much time do I have?
0 actually. It might let you in
Yeah.
because we're still running. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Just register. You can register ASAP.
Right. Choose my flag. I'm American. Well, yo! Oh, I thought they added the Toyota GT.
Chicken flag, chicken
What?
flag.
I would definitely know about that.
That's what you mainly race, right? Your GTVs.
I wouldn't say I mainly race, but I race them a lot. And the endurance stuff a lot more than GTVs.
I don't see no session on the top horse myself. Wait, hold on. My name's
Tidewater sessions.
session.
Yeah, it said it closed 4 minutes ago, so.
Axel. God damn it. Can't looter.
That's what I should have tried to get you to do while you were doing that. I think we got away from that. I could have gotten you to go register on the website, because you can register through the website and register for the race through the website and the app on the website, and then once you get in the car, you'll just really register and you can race. I start telling people to do that.
Bull crap is this, dude? I gotta buy the new Is this the new Ferrari car?
Yeah, so there's a Ferrari Challenge car for the D class stuff. It's the actual Ferrari Challenge. So the series is gonna start to mimic the actual real life Ferrari Challenge.
What the hell?
So it has that car.
Wait, what's the difference between the Ferrari Challenge and GT3?
Quite a bit. Quite a bit. So
Really?
you get up like 200 more horsepower. GT2 levels of downforce. Like instead of it being a GT3, it's closer to being a GT2 car.
So they made it a harder car to drive for a lower class of people.
Yeah, that's what we needed. We needed Ferrari Challenge to get worse.
That's what I was gonna start driving too.
I'm very curious to see. Because the other thing is too is that like GT3s kind of have their limitations, so I'm not quite sure how like the Ferrari Challenge car will be, because depending on how like even though it could be faster and like have more downforce, it may actually feel a bit easier to drive, and you may make less mistakes because it has more downforce, so you're not like relying purely on the mechanical grip, just like locking the brakes going into something. So
I have
I think it does. It would be not advisable if they went that route. That would not be my recommendation for a D-class car to have no ABS. I mean, I guess like F4 does. F4 doesn't have ABS.
But they're insanely hard to lock up, I find.
Yeah, because of the downforce, so maybe that's what they find, and maybe the GT3 or the GT Challenge or the Ferrari Challenge car is going to be better. But
I wonder if they're faster than the GT3s.
I think so.
That's what I'm wondering.
I mean, 700 horsepower and yeah, like 1,300 kilogram dry weight. I imagine they're going to be lasers down the streets.
One to go. Next time by.
Okay.
Line up on the
So
left
the
side.
GT3
Close.
car
Pit road
has
is
600
closed.
horsepower. the Ferrari Challenge car is 700, so 100 more horsepower.
5 cars
Purrs.
left to grid. Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
They weigh about the same, so you'll definitely feel an extra 100 horsepower. The Challenge car has a 7-speed transmission instead of a 6 in the GT3. So
they have added a lot.
yeah, I mean I imagine it's going to be a very, very different car to drive. Basically, what I saw as well, it's a twin turbo 3-liter. It's like basically Ferrari took the Ferrari Challenge and they decided, hey, we have this 3-liter twin turbo and 7-speed transmission from F1. Let's throw it in a Ferrari 296 and make a challenge around it. Because that's exactly what it is. It literally states as a 7-speed F1 box, and it's got the 3-liter twin turbo out of the F1 car.
It's pushing 700.
Everyone's gridded.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it revs. I think it revs a little higher too. Its fuel tank is massive though, at 140 fucking liters. Jesus Christ. The GT3 car is like 105 or something like that. So you can carry 140 liters in that fucking car. Maybe that's how they'll slow down the car. Slow it down for Ferrari Challenge by fucking bogging you down with 140 liters of fuel.
It's gonna take 1 day to download 1.8 gigabytes.
Jesus.
2 days, sorry.
Do you know the trick, by the way, to go into like Task Manager and then go and find the iRacing updater, right click and change priority to like real time? I don't know if you know too much about that specific trick. I do it on mine because it like gives me like 3/4 download speed, and then I like change the priority of it, and then it goes. So.
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag.
I just play Irish and shit.
Nope. Nope, you gotta download 30 gigabytes of data first. Whole new game.
Right. Still there, hold
2
your line.
cars,
Clear.
1 track. And then
Oh, they did.
GT3.
Yeah, they did some other
Left
stuff
side.
in there too. So.
Clear on the left. Right side. Clear.
I'm super curious. I really want to go play with
I
the
know.
GT3 cars.
That's what I'm trying to do, but this fucking update. I'm just trying to download this dumbass track, and it's just not downloading. Bro, I'm actually pissed off. It's not downloading. It says it's downloading. It's not.
Right
And then it
side.
presents
Clear
itself
on the
with a
right. Car on
4-day
your left.
wait time, like
Clear on the
for
left.
1.8 gigabytes. Like,
Left side.
Yeah, something's not connected
Clear.
right. Did you fall back to 4th, or did you end up qualifying 4th?
I qualified almost last. I didn't.
Oh, you
I
did not
didn't
get
get
a
a clean lap. Nope.
in that. Gotcha.
you did not get him. Does this mic sound clear to you, Hunter?
Yeah, to some degree.
This piece of shit doesn't want to load.
Right side.
For hours.
Still there.
When are they gonna release a schedule for next
Clear on the
season's
right.
endurance racing?
I'll check after this. They normally have like a preliminary by now in week 13, so I'll check here after this race, and I can give you an idea of what your schedule looks like. At least a lot of times they don't normally change all that much from the preliminary, from what I've seen.
What does that mean?
It's just the preliminary schedule. They post one and they allow people to kind of like comment on it, give ideas, suggestions on the schedule for the next season, and they go from there. So normally it doesn't change very much from that.
Do you wanna do a nerd season next or this season?
Yeah, I'm doing nerds anytime.
I think Le Mans. Do you want to do GT? Actually, can we do GT cars? Because I'm not gonna do any prototype, honestly.
I can drive whatever. I'm not too worried about it.
But I think Le Mans is like next week or something.
Yeah, so we
I
might
think it's
be
like-
going to. Yeah, so a lot of times iRacing will try to do that. They may not have like an official. iRacing doesn't have an official 24-hour Le Mans, unfortunately, special event yet.
Really?
Because I believe it's because of Le Mans Ultimate, or something of the sort. There's a
You got about 5 laps of
contract
fuel
or
left.
something like that. There's licensing agreements that don't allow them to do it. Because someone else has a license to 24 hours in Le Mans. I think it's the Le Mans Ultimate game.
I've heard that game's pretty realistic too.
Yeah, I love that game. That one's fun. I like it because it kind of gets me away from this habit of, I think, like looking at iRating and like thinking I'm supposed to be somewhere when I'm racing as opposed to just racing.
That's the same problem I have.
Yeah. Like in Le Mans Ultimate, you're just like rated as like a, you know, a bronze, silver, gold, platinum driver. So like you're just kind of like going through the ranks of it like you would in WEC, which is cool. I like it. But it also like doesn't give you
The
like
next car's the
a
leader.
number that you're constantly increasing. It just kind of gives you a little progress bar. It goes up or down. So I think it kind of takes some of that stuff out of that, where you're just like not really looking for numbers. You just concentrate on trying to beat the guys in front of you. But also, Le Mans Ultimate actually gives you strategy. Like you can strategize in those races, whereas like fuel saving actually like makes sense in Le Mans Ultimate, whereas like in iRacing it doesn't really. But like because you have like virtual energy in those cars and whatnot, the fueling takes a lot longer, and so anytime you can save on fuel or cut your fuel stint short or whatever, it makes a huge difference on your pit stop times. And tires and fuel don't go like they don't go on at the same time, essentially. So like in iRacing, one of the biggest problems with pit strategy is there's really no reason why not to change tires, because you're filling up enough on fuel that, you know, you can do tires and fuel at the same time. But in Le Mans Ultimate, you basically don't do fuel and tires at the same time. So taking tires
Your mic
is
is
a
cut.
strategy route. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. It's been cut off for the past like minutes.
I gotta see what's going on with that. Oh. I'll have to check that after when I can. I'm wondering if it's not actually connected to my headset and it's connected to the video camera mic.
I'm starting to get sick of this bullshit my computer's doing. It's acting like my wheels getting disconnected every 2 seconds. It's pissing me off. I checked all the cores, so fine.
Oh. Does that feel a little bit better? Mic not cutting out so much. Okay. I think I updated Discord and it like changed the minimum voice volume or whatever to being higher, so it was just cutting out my voice probably because I wasn't talking super loud. Ooh.
side. Clear.
But
I think I got away with that. Somewhat.
Okay, you are the leader. 2 more. Let's go.
when are they gonna add that the NASCAR GT3 car?
I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get it in iRacing.
That'd be cool though. Can I just drive? Holy shit.
Jesus. Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Got
No,
wheel
I'm
damage.
sitting here, I'm watching cars drive, and I just can't fucking drive.
No.
This computer sucks so much ass, it's not even funny. Padlocked, I got latent activity aberrations, apparently. Hell, that means.
Yeah, watch that out.
Yeah, this is gonna be a struggle for me. Yeah, fucking turning right just doesn't work anymore. Ride the curb. Good thing the carousels are left turns. turns don't work. Damage is so bad, I don't have a draft on you.
Let's see. I barely stand in front of you in a broken car.
Real nice work. This is the white flag lap. Keep digging.
Damn it.
Right side.
It's everything.
Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the right.
Taking that too tight. Okay.
Might be. Probably with the initial exit speed that I got off that. Considering the delta. Yeah, I think you have there's something with your gearing or something that's right here, because I'm like topped out in fifth, like I can't really gain anything. Shifting into sixth doesn't do anything for me, and you're just like gaining tenths on me from right there.
Yeah, I'm the
You're
same.
doing it before the thing, so.
Yeah. I can't go into 6 either, but I don't know what I don't know in that car to know. Kind of worn out. Shit.
Oh no!
I looked up at my Delta, bro.
We got big problems with that engine. I bet you lost a lot of power.
I'm telling you, dude, it is the
I
green hell
swear,
for a
bro.
reason. Even when you feel like you got it all figured out and going quick, somewhere it'll catch you out.
All the damage is repairable.
So what did you do?
I didn't. I set fast repairs, but yeah. See, I don't know how to handle damage. Well, I'm done. I didn't set fast repair at all. How do you even bring up the
Well,
black box again? What the backspace? No.
I don't know. The F buttons, F1, 2, and 3, 4.
There we go. And then how do you cycle through it? What? I don't even remember what. But I had
F1,
a
2,
dial.
3, 4. Yeah, you got them all. They're the F keys. I think F1 through like 8 or 9 or 10 are the keyboard commands for it.
It says I had 255 fast repairs, meaning.
It's probably because you towed back. You have to still wait the tow if you do the fast repair.
You can't do a fast repair without a tow, though, right?
No, you can do a fast repair without a tow, but
How do
you would have to come into the pits first.
Oh, I got you.
It's just because you towed out like in the track and you didn't come in the pits.
Yeah.
If you would have came into the pits, obviously if there's more laps and whatnot, but if you would have came into the pits, and stopped at your pit spot, it would have just instant repair. But since you towed, towing still takes time. There's no like instant tow. In theory, the reason also instant tow isn't there because in theory you could just teleport to the finish line and then you would have won.
Gotcha.
Well, that was fun and interesting considering I did not technically get a clean lap in. Oh, I was fighting it, dude. Fucking fighting it. It just did not want to turn left or to the right. Like that left-hand side, it's just it's too much. I think it had some tow or something. It was slow in the streets.
Yeah.
Sucks too, because I guarantee you, I bet you would have fucking had me pretty easily down the back straight there.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
That's what I was trying to like keep up, and you were
Right,
like
John,
pulling a
you did
little
really
bit,
well.
and I just lost my concentration for a second. I was like, ooh, like what was my lap time when I crossed? And I looked up, and then bam. So.
Oh, Connor did Okay, yeah. So there was. I thought Connor was a fucking. I thought he was a real person. He just didn't join into the thingy. You followed me off there too. Oh, I think you just didn't really hit the brakes enough, did you?
No.
Yeah. So that'll kind of cut you out. So like, it also kind of looks like you started turning and braking at the same time. At that spot, you have got to like I don't know that there's many cars, maybe some other stuff, and these like GT, TCRs, all that stuff. I've found that like you've got to like kind of go straight over it, straight over that bump, let the car hit the ground, and then you can hit the brakes in a straight line. And if you don't do that, you can really get yourself into some trouble. There, it looked like you just kind of like got some speed into it, and by the time you kind of got to the apex and were trying to get it slowed down, it was understeer city. Then boom.
Yeah. Where is it? Okay. I'm coming up on it now.
That's one too. You'll actually start to. There's certain spots here, especially in the wheel. You'll start to feel like the body of the car, and like that's one of those spots that in the wheel you feel the car like hit the ground, and that's when you just start to kind of ease onto the brakes as you let everything kind of settle.
I think I would have been all right if I hadn't hit the curve, man. Um,
Yeah,
cause I
but you
was
only hit the curb because you're trying to turn in early.
correct.
Because you kind of turned you didn't go straight with it and then kind of slow down and then turn. You know, kind of I guess like a later apex if that's kind of what we're talking about there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think you would have. I think you would have at least been able to stay on the track. But these cars, dude, they fucking absolutely hate apex curbs. Unless there's certain curbs you can hit here, but
Yeah.
like these cars absolutely hate. I feel like they're really stiff in the front or something.
Yeah.
Probably because all the weight is there, and it just feels like it just I don't know. They do not like it. But
No,
yeah,
but I'm enjoying them. They're actually. I don't know if I've just changed how I brake or something or whatever, but the cars are very controllable. I know I crashed. This is probably the worst crash that I had in all of the practicing I was doing. But
yeah,
there's just a serious like loss of concentration for a
dude,
sec. But it is what it is.
yeah.
It's
This track is horrendous for that, especially when you do a whole bunch of prep for like a 24-hour race. And I'm telling you, dude, you'll go do that, and then like it'll be a spot you in all of your laps of practicing. You've never once had an accident there. You've never felt out of control. Never. You've always felt great. And then sometime in the middle of the race, you're 4 hours plus in or something like that into your stint. And then next thing you know, it's like you just make that one mistake that you don't ever make, and you're like, why? It
yeah,
sucks because this track is brutal for that.
yeah.
But yeah,
I was getting pissed practicing this, man. It was like I would drive halfway through it, set the little reset point, and I can't tell you how many times it's like I reset, get back, because I was trying to just do the second half over and over again, like 3.5, 4 minutes in, just start from there and just do it over and over again, because I felt pretty comfortable with the first half, and I would
yeah.
accidentally hit the wrong button and move the reset point to where I currently was, and it was just like
Oh yeah.
I got to do it all over again. It's just like,
That's when you get like the keyboard and you set a keybind on the keyboard, not on your like steering wheel, and you just
yeah,
like have that there, so you can only set it on the keyboards if you do it very intentionally, but you can always like reset on the wheel.
yeah,
So
good idea,
something
good
like that.
idea. Yeah,
You can try that. I used to have them set up on the little switches or whatever on here, And I used to do the same thing because I just always forget like which one was what.
Yeah.
Even though I hit it like 5 million times, and then I'd accidentally hit the other direction. I'm like, why the fuck did I do that? Also, if you don't know this trick for the Nordschleife here or the um, the combined circuits in the pits, it takes some